So hello and welcome guys, this is Ashutosh, your host, and I welcome you all in this new video tutorial session of electrical machines. And today guys, I have presented over here, you can see on the screen the load test on separately excited DC motor in virtual labs. So we will gonna perform this simulation of load test on separately excited DC motor in virtual labs. So guys, what you can do, just you can type virtual labs and this window will open up and you can select the electrical machines by College of Engineering Pune, and by selecting this you will get this list of experiment, and there are many experiments. So you have to select load test on separately excited DC motor. So just click and you will see this is the procedure and this is the simulation. Okay, you have to drag and drop the experiment written over here. Okay, this is written over here and you will see the control panel written over here at left side and experiment number 1. So guys, you have to drag and drop this experiment number from here to this window, this workspace. Okay, and this the setup of experiment will come here. Okay, so I will close this window and we will need this window. Okay, so this is the simulation of load test on separately excited DC motor. So guys, what happens actually, this is the separately excited DC motor. Over here you can see this is the separately excited DC motor and this is separately excited DC generator, you can see over here. And what is happening, this is actually a motor generator set. This motor is driving this load. Okay, DC generator is there and there are electrical load connected. Okay, currently it is disconnected. You can see over here this is the mains and these are the different resistive loads connected across generator's armature. So what happens guys, this is the electrical load connected across armature of generator and this is the generator. The shaft of motor and generators are mechanically coupled. So guys, what happens actually, we will see first the PowerPoint. So this is our PowerPoint presentation and you can clearly see guys what is load test actually. So basically the load testing of DC machine is needed to determine the rating of a machine, and when we run a machine then some energy is lost in the machine and which converts into the heat, you know very well, and cause temperature rise. And if a machine produces too much heat then it can affect the insulation of the machine. Ultimately it can cause the breakdown of the machine, breakdown of the insulation. Therefore the load must be set to a value that it can operate within the temperature limit, and the maximum value of the load that can be delivered by the machine without any harm is called the continuous rating of that machine. And you can clearly see guys the formula for efficiency, how you can calculate from load test the efficiency. The formula for efficiency we will see later, output upon input, or you can write input minus losses upon input, or you can write output upon output plus losses. And basically what you already know what is motor and what is generator. So basically DC generator converts mechanical power into electrical power, and motor input power is in the form of electrical and output power in the form of mechanical. You know electrical power is converted into mechanical power, okay, in the motor, and this causes the efficiency of the machine to be reduced. Efficiency is the ratio of output power to input power, you already know guys. Thus, in order to design rotating DC machines with higher efficiency, it is important to study the losses occurring in them, and various losses here it is described. Various losses, what are the different losses, you already know guys. These are the losses. Copper loss is armature copper loss, field copper loss, loss due to brush contact resistance, which is always neglected, and then iron losses, hysteresis loss, eddy current loss, and then mechanical losses are there, friction loss, windage loss. Also you call it bearing friction windage loss. Okay, so guys, you already know, and you know the formula, and this is the electrical input power at left side, and this is the mechanical power output at right side. So this is called power flow diagram, and you can see for DC machine, this is the power flow diagram of DC motor. Copper loss is there, core losses is there, mechanical losses and stay losses are there, and you can see the formula for efficiency. This is the formula for motor: mechanical power developed divided by total electrical power input. And also load test on DC shunt motor, you must have performed this test on your laboratory. Okay, so the formula for efficiency is this. Okay, you must have calculated the efficiency of motor by using this formula. This is very important formula. Okay, and what is the efficiency curve? This is the efficiency curve, and x-axis represents output, y-axis represents efficiency. So guys, what happens? Efficiency increases with increase in load current. This is very important point. Reaches a maximum value and then starts decreasing, as you can see over here. And the efficiency of a machine is different at different values of power output. As the output increases, the efficiency increases till it reaches a maximum value. So this is the graph we will draw. Okay, and this is the circuit diagram. Okay, in the virtual lab. Okay guys, and this was the brake test. You already done the simulation of the practical in your laboratory. This is the belt and pulley arrangement, brake test or load test on DC shunt motor. You must have seen this kind of arrangement in your laboratory, and this is the circuit diagram, and this is the efficiency calculation formula for that. And what are the advantage, disadvantage, and these are different tests. So guys, now we can directly go to our PowerPoint simulation, where this is the connection diagram. It is already done here in the virtual lab. You can see this is separately excited DC motor. So field winding is at the top side. You can see this is separate. This is armature. This part is armature, and this is the armature circuit. Rated voltage is 440 volt DC supply. Okay, here it is. You can disconnect it. You can disconnect it by clicking on this. Now it is disconnected. Okay, also you can disconnect, and now this is disconnected. Okay, so this is the switch. Okay, by clicking on it you can connect. So by clicking on it you can connect or disconnect. Okay, so guys, let's get started our simulation. And what are the different procedure, number of steps are there, it is given here in the procedure section. So we will start connecting the machine. Okay, now you know this is field circuit of DC machine, DC motor, and this is the armature. So guys, first of all, click on this switch, just click, so it will get connected in the circuit. Then the rated voltage 220 volt DC supply will be applied from here. So you have to raise, this is the voltage variable device. Okay, from by using this device you have to raise the voltage. Okay, so click on this and it will appear, the voltmeter will read the voltage and the current ammeter will read the current, field current. Okay, so you can increase the amount of voltage by clicking on it. So I am clicking on this device and it is increasing, and until 220 volt reaches you have to increase the voltage level. Okay, now this is 165 volt, current is 1.72, again increase, the rated voltage is 220 volt. Okay, till 220 volt reaches you have to increase till 220 volt reaches. So guys, this is the rated voltage of field supply, 220 volts. So you can clearly see this is the VFM. This is voltmeter of motor. of field circuit. Okay, so it is written over here VFM, and this is IFM, means field current of motor. This is field voltage of motor, this is field current of motor. So it is currently 2.29 ampere, you can see. Okay, now you have to click on this armature. You have to connect the armature circuit. Okay, by clicking on it you can connect the armature. Okay, now 440 volt DC supply is the rated voltage what you have to apply in this motor. So by using this variable voltage device, you can raise the voltage and click on this and increase the level of voltage until it reaches 440 volt. So this is the armature part of DC motor. Okay, you can clearly see this is 215 volt. This is the armature voltmeter. VAM, this is armature voltage of motor, and this is ammeter, which is currently measuring the armature current of motor. Okay, now again increase by clicking on it. Okay, till 440 volt reaches. Okay, increase the level of armature voltage, that is equal to the rated voltage, 415 and then 420 and then 440, 435, 440. So you can clearly see now the rated armature voltage is 440 volt and the current of armature is 0.20 ampere. Okay, and you can clearly see the motor is now running. Okay, and motor is driving this generator, and generator is running at 1520 rpm. The rpm, this is the tachometer which is reading 1520 rpm. Okay, and these are the loads, electrical loads. Okay, currently it is disconnected from the mains. Okay, so when you connect these electrical load, which is resistive load, these are lamp load, and currently it is disconnected. When you will connect this electrical load into the main circuit, then the load current will start flowing. Okay, load current, this is the ammeter of generator, this is the voltmeter of generator. So this will read the armature voltage of generator, and this will read load current or armature current coming out of the generator. Okay, of generator. Now you have to click on the field supply, guys. This is the field supply of generator, separately excited DC generator. This is the separately excited DC generator, and the armature part of DC generator is this, and this is the field part which is separated. Okay, so that is why it is called separately excited DC generator. Now you have to click, you have to connect this circuit, okay, into the with the supply. So connect, click on this, and again you have to supply rated voltage which is equal to 220 volt DC by increasing the voltage level from here. Okay, so increase, I am increasing the voltage level of separately excited DC generator's field. Okay, till it becomes 220 volt. 220 volt. Now we have supplied 220 volt, okay, across the field of this separately excited DC generator. Now you can see the speed becomes less, little less, 1518 rpm. Now it is currently the DC generator is running at 1518 rpm. And now guys, all the supply is connected, only one electrical load is remaining to connect. Okay, and then we will draw the graph. Okay, okay, now so first of all we have to connect the load. Okay, that's why, okay, so that current can flow from here. Okay, then you have to connect the mains first. Click on this, the red button, this is okay, so mains will get connected. Okay, still it is showing no current, and you have to click on this one electrical lamp load. Click on this, so one lamp is now connected. Okay, this is the first lamp, and the current is flowing out of the generator is 1.25 ampere. you can clearly see, and the voltage read across the armature 435 volt. So guys, now you have to store data. So click on the store data and then show data. Click on the show data, then you will get the first row of observation table, where you can see this is the field voltage of motor 220 volt. This is field current of motor 2.29 ampere. This is armature voltage of motor 440 volt, what we already applied. And this is the armature current of motor 1.67 ampere. And this is field voltage of generator 220 volt. This is field current of generator 2.29. This is armature voltage of generator 435 volt. This is armature current of generator 1.25 ampere, and the speed is 1505 ampere. Sorry, RPM. 1505 RPM. You can see over here the speed is 1505 RPM currently on which generator is running. Okay, so this is the first row of observation table, and this is the motor output. You can also calculate motor output by using your formula. Okay, and it has already calculated. So this is the motor output 637.65, and motor efficiency it has already calculated 0.87 or 87%, and torque is 0.48 Newton meter. So you can see the first row of observation table, it is there. Okay, now we will close the second resistive load, and we have already connected this, and now start storing data. Okay, you can click on this start storing data, then show data. Okay, so I think there is some problem with this table and with this virtual lab experiment, so it is not showing the second row of observation table, but no, doesn't matter. Okay, anyways, we can connect the third resistive load, and it is not showing the reading anyway. So guys, you can do the simulation like this, and you can select the different graphs from here. Okay, there is a graph you can plot versus motor output versus motor efficiency, armature current of motor versus torque, motor output versus speed, speed versus torque, speed versus generator's armature voltage, armature current of generator versus speed, like this. And you can select motor output versus motor efficiency. Okay, and what happens, generate graph, click on this, so there will be graph plotted on this side. So it is now not working, I don't think it is working. Okay, but that's it, the experiment guys. You can simulate for yourself and do the experiment on load test on separately excited DC motor. So guys, that's it for today. We will meet in our new session soon. Till then, goodbye.